Stuck solving for your x, and you don't know why? You've come to the right place for answers.
Yes.
We're backwards again today, you guys. So during the notes, during our contestants, I'm going to have people going to the other side. Let's try and do notes with this playing in the background. That's interesting. We'll see what happens. All right. Additive inverse and adding and subtracting polynomials today. That's going to be really distracting. Is that distracting to all of you? Yes? Okay, okay. All right. I can't handle it. Okay. There. Sorry. Here we go. So, today we're talking about adding and subtracting polynomials, which, guess what? This is no different than what we were doing yesterday. Yay! Let's have a round of applause for that. All right. So, before we get into our examples, let's talk about what additive inverse is. Additive inverse, so if you have two terms that are additive inverses of one another, what it means is they cancel each other out. So it's basically two terms that sum or add to 0. So let me give you a couple of examples here, and then I'm going to ask for a couple of examples. So if I have something like 7x and negative 7x, those would be additive inverses because if you add them together, you get 0. So can somebody give me another pair of additive inverses? Thane.
6 YES.
Okay, 6 yes and. You guys are very creative with your terms.
And negative 6 YES.
All right, everybody give it up for Thane. Hey, Thane. All right. Any others? Mr. Anderson.
4 plus 4 GOP and negative 14.
Okay, okay. Everybody give it up for Zach. Okay. Any others that you guys want to volunteer? I know what that stands for, and I'm Aiden.
10 RMNEY.
10 RMNEY. Okay, and
10
MNEY. Okay, everybody give it up for Aiden. All right, Sloan.
10 OBOMA. And
OBMA. Okay.
And 10 negative 10 OBMA.
All right, everybody give it up for Sloan. Okay. Now, what if we want, no, so let's do this real quick, because apparently this is fun for me. Okay, so if we wanted it to be 10 OBAMA with the double A's, what would happen if I combined the A and the A? A squared. So it would be 10 OBA squared M, or I guess you could put the M before the A squared, and negative 10 OBA squared M. I like it. Alan.
6 FBGM.
6 FBGM. Oops, FBGM. Okay.
9 FBGM.
And what?
9.
9, but are those additive inverse?
6.
That's negative 6 FBGM. Give it up for Alan. Yay. All right. Gustav. It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to. Now, we are today putting them in descending order, and that in that situation, then yes, but it doesn't have to. Just for the purposes of our examples and where you guys are going with them. Okay, so here we go. We want to add two things together. We want to add negative 9x cubed plus 3x squared minus 6x. We're going to replace the and with a plus, and then 7x squared minus 2x minus 18. So, you guys tell me, right here, do these parentheses serve a purpose right now? Yell it out, yes or no? There is no yelling happening in this classroom. Okay, everybody look at this. Okay, so let me go back. It's like there's an invisible 1 here. So if I distribute that invisible 1, does anything in this parentheses change? No. So do the parentheses right now serve a purpose? Yell it out, yes or no?
No.
That's better. Okay. So we can actually just remove them. And now all we're doing is the same thing we were doing yesterday, which is combining like terms. Can anybody pick out any like terms in here that we can combine? Bane.
Minus 2x and minus 6x.
Negative 2x and negative 6x combine to make how many x's?
Negative 8x.
All right, give it up for Thane. Yay, Thane. Okay. Can anybody see any other like terms here that we can combine? What do we think? Any other like terms here that we can combine? Liz?
Okay, the 3x squared
Uh-huh.
and 7x.
Excellent. And those combine to make how many x squareds? 10x squared. Everybody give it up for Liz. All right. Now, we have this negative 9x cubed and this negative 18. Are there any like terms to combine with either of those? So what do we do with them? All right, everybody give it up for Rebecca. Yay, Rebecca. And that is the end. Do not overcomplicate. We're done. The end. Finito. Okay. I am going to ask for a lovely contestant on the next one to come up and show us how to do this. So we have negative x cubed plus 3x squared minus 2x plus 2 minus x cubed, so it's plus a negative x cubed plus 5x squared minus 8x plus 4. I'm going to pause it, let you guys do this, and then I'm going to ask for a volunteer. Contestant, we have Miss Sloan. Everybody give it up for Sloan. Go ahead. All right, let's get our music going here. So Sloan is going to show us how to do this lovely problem.
We chilling in this mother's class right now. The best class in the world. Hey, chillin' in Miss Miller's class, you know what's up. No
So
colors to
3x
make
squared
circles
plus 5x
using the
squared
cup.
equals 8.
Cause
That's
I
fine.
ain't buying no extra math materials.
Okay,
Learning about triangles.
Everybody's focusing on what Sloan is
Turning
doing.
the homework, do the work, that's my motto. Chilling in Miss Miller's class, doing math, no homo. Whoever talking trash about the class can go and catch fade. Gotta do this extra credit so I can bring up my
There's no
grade.
stopping me in geometry. Two people by my side trying to copy me. I'm not
All right. Everybody give it up for Sloan. Hey, nicely done. Nicely done. Yep, looks good.
Drumming on the beat, so then Miss
Okay.
Miller comes up to me.
All right. What's up, Alyssa? So she's got negative 2x cubed plus 8x squared minus 10x plus 6. Clap if you agree with Sloan. Nicely done. Okay, are we done? Can I move this? Next concept is subtraction. So you all told me in the last set of problems that the parentheses did not serve a purpose, and now I'm going to ask you the same question. Do they serve a purpose, yes or no? So what do you all think?
Yep.
Yes, why? And what happens here? All right, give it up for Rebecca. She said distribute that subtraction sign. Give it up for Rebecca. Okay, so we distribute that minus sign to everything in the parentheses. So can somebody tell me when I distribute this minus sign what I end up getting? Let me rewrite this first part. If I distribute that negative sign, what happens? Negative times a negative x cubed, so what does that come to? Aiden.
Becomes positive.
Good. X positive x cubed. Give it up for Aiden. Okay. A negative times a positive 5... Whoops, sorry about that, you guys. Negative times a positive 5x squared comes out to a what? Aiden?
Negative.
Negative 5x squared. Give it up for Aiden again.
Yeah.
Okay. Negative times a negative 8x comes out to a Aiden. All right, everybody give it up for Aiden. Okay. Then, a negative times a positive 4 is a Aiden. A negative 4. All right, everybody give it up for Aiden to the 4th power. fit any more tally marks in your box. Okay. So here we are. Like terms. Can somebody point out and combine some like terms for me? We got 4 of them here, 4 pairs. Noel. The positive 2 and the negative 4, when we combine those, we get what? Noel, what do we get? Negative 2. Ooh, I crossed it out. Ignore the crossing it out. Then you get negative 2. Give it up for Noel. Right. Other like terms. Can somebody pick some more out here? Zach.
Negative 2x and positive 8x.
All right. And those combine to what?
That combines to 6x.
All right. Give it up for Zach. Okay. Any others that we can combine? Taylor.
3x squared and negative 5x squared.
All right, everybody, let's see. In a minute, after Taylor tells me what those combine to, what do those combine to?
Negative 2x squared.
Negative 2x squared. Everybody give it up for Taylor. Cool. And then the last one. What's the last set of like terms? Jonathan.
Negative x cubed and positive x cubed, which actually equals 0.
Awesome. Negative x cubed and positive x cubed cancel each other out. Everybody give it up for Jonathan. Okay, everybody give it up for Jonathan. Okay, better. That's good. All right, questions? All right, I need a contestant for the next one. I will write it up here for you. Everybody be thinking about whether you would like to come up and do this. I see one hand, and that is Zach. Zach, come on up. Everybody give it up for Zach. 3b plus 2b. Come on up. He is making his way to the stage, fighting his way through the crowd. Okay. We will wait until he gets up here to cue up the music. I know you all love this music.
And little M tells us to do our work, then I don't listen. That's when my grade starts to hurt.
Don't forget, Zach, don't forget to change the negative 4a.
Negative 4a.
Positive. As you distribute the negative. Alright. I don't know if you did them on
I would
the
have this.
Did you make this negative?
No,
Since you
that.
distribute the minus to each of them?
Oh. I made
That's
it.
good. Okay, there you go. You're good.
Alright, sorry.
Oh.
There we go.
Okay, everybody give it up for Zach. Everybody give it up for Zach. Thank you. All right, we'll be back in just a second. All right, now everybody look at the answer. And everybody look at the answer you got. Do a little comparison. Raise your hand so it looks like, let me just write this a little. So you got 4a squared plus 8ab. Does this say plus 2b squared?
Yes.
Okay, plus 2b squared. All right, so clap if you agree with 4a squared plus 8ab plus 2b squared. Clap if there's maybe one thing you would change. Or at least one thing, maybe more. I don't know. Okay, does someone want to volunteer what they might change here? Sloan? Ah, good. So negative 3b squared minus 2b squared is negative 5b squared. Excellent. Everybody give it up for Sloan. Anything else? What about 5a squared minus 9a squared? Taylor? Negative 4a squared. All right. Excellent. Questions? Any other things that you all can see? Last one. Now, check it out. This is like the most easy thing on the whole planet. Additive inverse. What's up, Desi? I can go back. Yes. What's up? Okay. Next, find the additive inverse. So this is the easiest thing ever. Ever. Do you believe me? Ever.
Yes.
Okay, so remember back in the beginning, we all made some really awesome additive inverses, and then we started to get a little political, and that's when we had to cut all of this off. But notice how the only difference with a term and its additive inverse is that the sign is opposite, right? So if I want to find let's just take it term by term here. The additive inverse of 5x cubed, who can tell me what the additive inverse of 5x cubed is? Brandon. Everybody give it up for Brandon. All right, now let's go to the next one, negative 7x squared. Who can tell me the additive inverse of negative 7x squared? Liz. It's positive 7x squared. Everybody give it up for Liz. And let's go to the next one, plus 3x. Alan. Everybody give it up for Alan. And the last one, Taylor. Negative 6. Everybody give it up for Taylor. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is additive inverse. Easy? Yes? Opposite sign, exactly. Opposite sign. So, do I have a volunteer who wants to come up and write the additive inverse of this next one? Rebecca. Everybody give it up for Rebecca. All right, come on up. Let's get our music going.
So, we need the numbers, talking 1, 2, 3, because if we didn't have math, they could charge us hidden fees on our cell phone bills, and even on our taxes. All we gotta do is put in a little practice from the plumbers to the teachers, and even the physicians, the doctors and the lawyers, and even the musicians counting down. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. We can hear it on the beat and either read it.
All right, everybody give it up for Rebecca. All right, I'm just going to change that to 2. All right. How are we doing on questions, you guys?